Morning.
Good morning.
Okay, we're going to continue with Parshah Va'eira. We're going to, you want to say good morning? Okay, never mind.
Good morning, Boker Top.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. We're going to continue with Parshah Va'eira. It's Shemot, that's Exodus chapter 8 and 9, the final part of Parshah Va'eira. We have been reading about Moshe and being in Egypt and with Aaron. They spoke with Pharaoh, and they showed the first plague, which was the river turning into blood and their water also turning into blood. And now we're going to continue with the other plague. So we're going to read in chapter 8. Let's go ahead and say the blessing to begin.
Baruch Yahweh Hambora. Baruch Yahweh Hambora Leolam Bae. Baruch Atah Yahweh Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher Bahar Banu Mikol Hamim. Banatan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Yahweh Noten HaTorah. Amen.
Amen. Okay, so let's begin. Chapter 8, verse 1. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can follow along. The Hebrew. Okay, so chapter 8, verse 1 and 2. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, "Go to Pharaoh and say to him, Thus said Yahweh, let my people go so that they serve me. But if you refuse to let them go, see, I am smiting all your border with frogs." They're going all throughout the land with frogs. So let's see in the Hebrew. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe. Vayomer Yahweh el Moshe. Vayomer Yahweh el Moshe. Bo el Pharaoh. Go to Pharaoh. Bo el Pharaoh. And say to him. Ve'amarta Eli. And say to him. Ko amar Yahweh. Thus says Yahweh. Ko amar Yahweh. Shalak et ami. Send my people. Shalak et ami. Send out my people. Vayavduni. So they can, to serve me. Vayavduni. To serve me. Let's go ahead and hear 1 and 2 in the Hebrew. Here we go.
Yomer Adonai el Moshe.
Sorry, I went a little bit too far. Let me back up.
Yomer Adonai el Moshe. Emor el Aharon. Netei et yadecha bematecha al haneharot, al hayorim, ve'al haagamim.
Okay. That was the different verse. Start on the different verse. Sorry about that, you guys. Give me 1 second. But it's going to be in the previous track. So let's just go ahead and read those in the Hebrew because that's going to be in the previous track for the few verses. Let me see. 2 and 3. Okay, so the first 3 verses are on a different track. So we said, Vayomer Yahweh el Moshe, Bo el Pharaoh, Ve'amarta Eli, Ko amar Yahweh, Shalak et ami, Ve'yavduni. Va'im ma'en ata, La-shelach, Hine anochi, Nogef et kal, Kevulecha, Bafartaim. I'm going to smite the border with frogs, and frogs are, let me show you this. Saftarim. Okay, verse 3 and 4. And the river shall swarm with frogs, which shall go up and shall come into your house and into your bedroom and on your bed and into the houses of your servants, and on your people, and into your ovens, and into your kneading bowls. And the frog shall come up on you, and on your people, and on all your servants. Okay. So, Veshar, Tayor, Taftim, Alu, Uva, Bestekteja, Uvaxar, Mishkaveja, Veal Miateja, Uvet, Abdeja, Veomemeja, Uve Turneja, Uve Misoreta, Ufka, Ufmaja, Ufka Labdeja, Yaul Haftarim. Okay, so again, the frog. So now we have the audio for the next part for 5 and 6. And Yahweh said to Moshe, say to Aharon, stretch out your hand with your rod over the stream, over the river, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up on the land of Mithraim. So Aharon stretched out his hand over the waters of Mithraim, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Mithraim. Okay, so we have in the Hebrew, Vayet, okay, Aharon, Vayet Aharon, Aharon stretched out, Et Yado, his hand, Al Memei, over the water, Al Memei Mitzrayim, over the water of Mitzrayim, Vatal, and ascended, Ha Tfardi, okay, the frog, and Tachath, and filled, Et Eretz Mitzrayim, the land of Mitzrayim. Okay, so now we can hear that in the audio. So let's go ahead and hear the audio for the 2 verses. Here we go.
ויאמר אדוני אל משה, אמור אל אהרון, נטי את ידך במטך על הנהרות, על היעורים ועל האגמים, והעל את הצפרדעים על ארץ מצרים. ויית אהרון את ידו על מימי מצרים, ותעל הצפרדע, ותכס את ארץ מצרים.
Okay. Let's continue with verse 7 and 8. And the magicians did so with their magic, and brought up frogs in the land of Mithraim. And Pharaoh then called for Moshe and Aharon, and said, pray to Yahweh to take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I shall let the people go to slaughter to Yahweh. So make offering to Yahweh. So the magicians were able to duplicate the plague with the blood, the water turning to blood, and they were also able to duplicate the frog. But what they couldn't do, they couldn't turn the blood back into water, and they couldn't get rid of the frog. Right? So he's saying, pray that they will go away. So in the Hebrew, we have Vayikra Pharaoh, okay, and then called Pharaoh, Vayikra Pharaoh le Moshe, and Pharaoh called Moshe, Ule Haron, Moshe and Aaron, Vayomer, and said, Hatidu, okay, Hatidu, so intercede, El Yahweh, intercede with Yahweh, Vayaser, to churn, okay, or turn off, to churn, Ha-Safardim, the frog, Himeni, okay, from me, to turn the frogs away from me. Yes, there have starting Himeni. Umeami, okay, and I will let your people, Umeami, Ami, Am is like people, Ami,
Pueblo.
people. Mm-hmm. And send, Vayashlach, et Ham, okay, and now Vayishvu, to slaughter, La Yahweh. to offer an animal in sacrifice to Yahweh. Let's hear 7 and 8 in the Hebrew.
ויעשו כן החרטומים בלתיהם, ויעלו את הצפרדעים על ארץ מצרים. ויקרא פרעה למשה ולאהרון ויאמר, עתירו אל אדוני, ויסר הצפרדעים ממני ומעמי, ואשלחה את העם, ויזבחו לאדוני.
Okay. And verse 9 and 10. And Moshe said to Pharaoh, explain yourself to me. When am I to pray for you and for your servants and for your people to destroy the frogs from you and your houses and remain only in the river? So you asked me to pray, to intercede for you, so tell me when. When am I to pray for the frogs to go away and stay only in the river? Verse 10. And he said, tomorrow. And he said, let it be according to your word, so that you know that there is no one like Yahweh, our Elohim. So Pharaoh asked him to take away the frogs, but not right away. Take them away tomorrow. Let's hear it. So one explanation that I've heard is that the Pharaoh still believed that Moshe was like a magician. And he said, okay, he did something, and he knows that they're going to go away right now. So I'm going to trick him and I'm going to tell him, no, make him go away tomorrow. But obviously Moshe was not a magician. He said, okay, let it be the way according to what you said. So that's one explanation for why he asked him to take away the animals later on. Okay, or the frogs. Let's hear verse 9 and 10 in the Hebrew.
ויאמר משה לפרעה, התפאר עלי, למתי אעתיר לך ולעבדיך ולעמך, להכרית הצפרדעים ממך ומבתיך, רק ביעור תישארנה. ויאמר למחר, ויאמר, כדברך, למען תדע כי אין כאדוני אלוהינו.
Okay, and verse 11 and 12. And the frogs shall turn aside from you and from your houses and from your servants and from your people. They shall remain in the river only. And Moshe and Aaron went from Pharaoh, and Moshe cried out to Yahweh concerning the frogs which he had brought against Yahweh. So let's look in the Hebrew, verse 12. Okay. So Vayete Moshe ve'Aharon. Okay, and that means to go out, and went out Moshe and Aharon. Vayete Moshe ve'Aharon. Me'imim Pharaoh. Okay, so from Pharaoh, they went out from Pharaoh. Vayitzak. Okay, so they proclaimed. Vayitzak Moshe el Yahweh. So he cried out to Yahweh. Al-Davar ha-Sepharim. Okay. So he brought out because of the word, because of the frog that he had brought against him. Ha-Sepharim, Asher Sam le Pharaoh. Okay, which he had brought against Pharaoh. Verse 12. So let's hear those in the Hebrew. 11 and 12.
וסרו הצפרדעים ממך ומבתיך ומעבדיך ומעמך, רק ביעור תישארנה. ויצא משה ואהרון מעם פרעה, ויצעק משה אל אדוני על דבר הצפרדעים אשר שם לפרעה.
Okay. And verse 13 and 14. And Yahweh did according to the word of Moshe, and the frogs died out of the houses, out of the courtyards, and out of the fields. And they gathered them together in heaps, and the land stank.
Ew.
Yeah. Very, very gross. So all the frogs died and they started smelling really bad. So let's hear 13 and 14 in the Hebrew.
ויעש אדוני כדבר משה, וימותו הצפרדעים מן הבתים, מן החצרות ומן השדות, ויצברו אותם חומרים חומרים, ותבאש הארץ.
Okay. All right. And 15 and 16. When Pharaoh saw that there was relief, he hardened his heart and did not listen to them as Yahweh had said. And Yahweh said to Moshe, say to Aaron, stretch out your rod and strike the dust of the land so that it becomes gnats in all the land of Mitzrayim. Okay. So this one that I'm reading says gnats, and other ones it says lice. So different word here. So verse 15. So when Pharaoh thought there was relief, so vayar, that means see, Pharaoh, ki haita, ha-rawak, that there was relief, that there was, that the frogs went away. Vehakbed, so heavy, vehakbed, et libo, so his heart became heavy, it became hardened. Velo shema, and shema is the same as shema, so he did not hear. Velo shema, he did not hear. Alechem, to them, he did not hear them. Kaasher, diber, Yahweh. So he did not listen to them as Yahweh had said that he would be hard-hearted and wouldn't hear them. Let's hear 15 and 16 in the Hebrew. Oh, and then we have, so in one translation, we have gnats, and in this one we have lice. So a gnat from its sting, okay. There we go. And the root is kane. Let's hear that in the Hebrew.
וירא פרעה כי הייתה הרווחה, והכבד את ליבו, ולא שמע עליהם כאשר דיבר אדוני. ויאמר אדוני אל משה, אמור אל אהרון, נטה את מטך, והך את עפר הארץ, והיה לחינים בכל ארץ מצרים.
Okay. Lechinim. Either a gnat or a lice. Okay, 17 and 18. And they did so, and Aharon stretched out his hand with his rod and struck the dust of the earth, and it became gnats on man and beast. All the dust of the land became gnats in the land of Mitzrayim. Okay. And the magicians did similarly with their magic to bring forth gnats, but they were unable. And there were gnats on man and beast. Okay, so they did the water into blood. They did the frog, but they were not able to do the lice, okay, or the gnats. So let's hear 17 and 18 in the Hebrew.
ויעשו כן, ויית אהרון את ידו במטהו, ויח את עפר הארץ, ותהי הקינם באדם ובבהמה, כל עפר הארץ היה חינים בכל ארץ מצרים. ויעשו כן החרטומים בלטיהם, להוציא את הקינים, ולא יכולו. ותהי הקינם באדם ובבהמה.
Okay. 19 and 20. Then the magician said to Pharaoh, "This is the finger of Elohim." But the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not listen to them, as Yahweh had said. And Yahweh said to Moshe, "Rise early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh as he comes up to the water, and say to him, 'Thus said Yahweh, let my people go, so that they serve me.'" Okay. So let's look in the Hebrew. So, Vayomru ha-hartamim. Okay, so ha-hartam. So the magicians, and said the magicians, Vayomru ha-tarmim el Pharaoh, Etzba Elohim, the finger of Elohim, Etzba Elohim, Ki veyasech lev Pharaoh, but he strengthened the heart of Pharaoh, Velo shama, and he did not hear Alechem, Velo shama Alechem, he did not listen to them, Ka asher diber Yahweh, as Yahweh had said. Okay, so then Yahweh tells Moshe to stand before him and tell him, "Thus says Yahweh, Ko amar Yahweh, shalach ami vayavduni." So, shalach, send, ami, my people, vayavduni, to serve me. Okay, let's hear that in the Hebrew. 19 and 20.
ויאמרו החרטומים אל פרעה, אצבע אלוהים היא. ויחזק לב פרעה ולא שמע עליהם כאשר דיבר אדוני. ויאמר אדוני אל משה, השכם בבוקר והתייצב לפני פרעה, הנה יוצא המימה, ואמרת אליו, כה אמר אדוני, שלח עמי ויעבדוני.
Okay, and 21 and 22. Okay, so let my people go so that they serve me, or else if you do not let my people go, see, I am sending swarms of flies on you and your servants and on your people, and into your houses, and the houses of the Mithrites shall be filled with swarms of flies, and also the ground on which they stand. And in that day I shall separate the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, so that no swarms of flies shall be there, so that you know that I am Yahweh in the midst of the land. So, swarms of flies. In another translation, it says swarms of wild animals. So, different possibilities. Let's see. So the word is arob. So swarming. Okay, and he's promising to make a distinction between the land of Goshen, so that the plague will not reach the land of Goshen, only in Egypt. So let's hear those in the Hebrew.
כי אם אינך משלח את עמי, הנני משליח בך ובעבדיך ובעמך ובבתיך את הערוב, ומלאו בתי מצרים את הערוב, וגם האדמה אשר הם עליה.
One more verse.
והפליתי ביום ההוא את ארץ גושן, אשר עמי עומד עליה, לבלתי היות שם ערוב, למען תדע כי אני אדוני בקרב הארץ.
Okay. And that would certainly be a big sign for the people, that if it's a swarm of flies, that they don't go into the land of Goshen. How do you keep, it's a miracle. How do you keep flies from going into a different land?
An invisible barrier.
Yeah, so it's definitely a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll continue 23 and 24. So he said that you know that I am Yahweh in the midst of the land. 23. And I shall put a distinction between my people and your people. Tomorrow this sign shall be. And Yahweh did so. And thick swarms of flies came into the house of Pharaoh, and into his servants' houses, and into all the land of Mizraim, and the land was ruined because of the swarms of flies. So let's go ahead and hear that in the Hebrew.
ושמתי פדוד בין עמי ובין עמך, למחר יהיה האות הזה. ויעש אדוני כן, ויבוא ערוב כבד בית פרעה ובית עבדיו, ובכל ארץ מצרים תשחט הארץ מפני הערוב.
And up to this day, in Egypt, you find lots and lots of flies all over.
Yeah. Okay. So verse 25 and 26. Pharaoh then called for Moshe and Aaron and said, "Go, slaughter to your Elohim in the land." And Moshe said, "It is not right to do so, for we would be slaughtering the abomination of the Mitzrites to Yahweh our Elohim. See, if we slaughter the abomination of the Mitzrites before their eyes, would they not stone us?" So apparently Pharaoh wanted them to just offer sacrifices to your Elohim here in Egypt. And he said, "No, because we're going to be slaughtering sheep, and this was an abomination for the Mitzrites for some reason."
And not just that, they were gonna be offering sacrifices to Yahweh in the midst of all their idols.
Mhm.
That's why Yahweh forbid to the Yahudim to pronounce his name in Egypt.
Now let's hear 25 and 26 in the Hebrew.
ויקרא פרעה אל משה ולאהרון ויאמר, לכו זבחו לאלוהיכם בארץ. ויאמר משה, לא נכון לעשות כן, כי תועבת מצרים נזבח לאדוני אלוהינו. הן נזבח את תועבת מצרים לעיניהם, ולא יסכלונו.
Okay. 27 and 28. Let us go 3 days' journey into the wilderness. Then we shall slaughter to Yahweh our Elohim as he commands us. And Pharaoh said, "I am letting you go. Then you shall slaughter to Yahweh our Elohim in the wilderness. Only do not go very far away. Pray for me." Okay, so he's agreeing here to let them go.
Not too far.
Yeah. So it's a temporarily he has given up, right? So let's hear that in the Hebrew.
דרך 3 ימים נלך במדבר, וזבחנו לאדוני אלוהינו כאשר יאמר אלינו. ויאמר פרעה, אנוכי אשלח אתכם, וזבחתם לאדוני אלוהיכם במדבר, רק הרחק לא תרחיקו ללכת, העתירו בעדי.
Okay, and 29 and 30. And Moshe said, "See, when I leave you, I shall pray to Yahweh, and tomorrow the swarms of flies shall depart from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. But do not let Pharaoh again deceive, not to let the people go to slaughter to Yahweh." And Moshe went out from Pharaoh and prayed to Yahweh. Let's hear that in the Hebrew.
ויאמר משה, הנה אנוכי יוצא מעמך, והעתרתי אל אדוני, ושר הערוב מפרעה, מעבדיו ומעמו מחר, רק על יוסף פרעה התל, לבלתי שלח את העם לזבוח לאדוני.
One more verse.
ויצא משה מעם פרעה, ויעתר אל אדוני.
Okay. And 31 and 32. And Yahweh did according to the word of Moshe, and removed the swarms of flies from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. Not one remained. But Pharaoh hardened his heart at this time too, and did not let the people go. So once they went away, he changed his mind.
ויעש אדוני כדבר משה, ויסר הערוב מפרעה מעבדיו ומעמו, לא נשאר אחד. ויכבד פרעה את ליבו גם בפעם הזאת, ולא שילח את העם.
There is people like the Pharaoh, that whenever they have a situation that is really bad in their lives, they cry to Yahweh, no, please, I'm going to serve you. I'm going to do whatever you want. Then when the situation changes, then they go back again to harden their hearts, just like Pharaoh.
That's true. Yeah, if anybody else wants to share on this chapter before we move on, feel free to go ahead and comment. So we have one more chapter. I'm going to try to move quickly so that we can finish the parasha. So I'm going to try to do it quick. I just don't want us to not finish the parasha, and this chapter is really good too. So we're going to read in chapter 9, and then we'll be finished. So verse 1 through 3, chapter 9, verse 1 through 3. And Yahweh said to Moshe, go into Pharaoh and speak to him. Thus said Yahweh Elohim of the Hebrews, let my people go so that they serve me. For if you refuse to let them go and still hold them, see, the hand of Yahweh is on your livestock in the field, on the horses, on the donkeys, on the camels, on the cattle, and on the sheep, a very grievous pestilence. Let's hear that in the Hebrew.
ויאמר אדוני אל משה, בוא אל פרעה ודיברת אליו, כה אמר אדוני אלוהי העברים, שלח את עמי ויעבדוני, כי אם מה אין אתה לשלח, ועודך מחזיק בם, הנה יד אדוני הויה במקנך אשר בשדה, בסוסים, בחמורים, בגמלים, בבקר ובצאן, דבר כבד מאוד.
Okay. And then 4 and 5, and let's go to read 6 also. So verse 4, and Yahweh shall separate between the livestock of Israel and the livestock of Mithraim, and let no matter die of all that belongs to the children of Israel. And Yahweh set an appointed time, saying, tomorrow Yahweh is going to do this word in the land. Verse 6, and Yahweh did this word on the next day, and all the livestock of Mithraim died, but of the livestock of the children of Israel, not one died.
Hallelujah, another miracle.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to hear 4, 5, and 6 in the Hebrew.
והפלא אדוני בין מקנה ישראל ובין מקנה מצרים, ולא ימות מכל לבני ישראל דבר. וישם אדוני מועד לאמור, מחר יעשה אדוני הדבר הזה בארץ. ויעש אדוני את הדבר הזה ממחרת, וימות כל מקנה מצרים, וממקנה בני ישראל לא מת אחד.
Okay, and verse 7, then Pharaoh sent, and see, not even one of the livestock of Israelites was dead, but the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go. So he went to confirm and see if they were affected by the plague, and they were not. Okay, so verse 8, and Yahweh said to Moshe and Aaron, fill your hands with ashes from a furnace, and let Moshe scatter it toward the heavens before the eyes of Pharaoh. And it shall become fine dust in all the land of Mithraim, and it shall cause boils that break out in sores on man and beast in all the land of Mithraim. Okay, so he's going to spread the ashes, and it's going to become boils. So let's go ahead and hear verse 7. in the Hebrew. 7, 8, and 9.
וישלח פרעה, והנה לא מת ממקנה ישראל עד אחד. ויכבד לב פרעה, ולא שילח את העם. ויאמר אדוני אל משה ואל אהרון, קחו לכם מלוא חופניכם פיח כבשן, וזרקו משה השמיימה לעיני פרעה, והיה לאבק על כל ארץ מצרים, והיה על האדם ועל הבהמה לשחין פורח אבעבועות בכל ארץ מצרים.
Okay. In verse 10. So they took ashes from the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moshe scattered them toward the heavens, and they caused boils, breaking out in sores on man and beast. And the magicians were unable to stand before Moshe because of the boils, for the boils were on the magicians and on all the Mitzrites. Verse 12. But Yahweh hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he did not listen to them, as Yahweh had said to Moshe. So let's hear 10 through 12 in the Hebrew.
ויקחו את פיח הכבשן, ויעמדו לפני פרעה, ויזרוק אותו משה השמיימה, ויהי שחין אבעבועות פורח באדם ובבהמה. ולא יכלו החרטומים לעמוד לפני משה מפני השחין, כי היה השחין בחרטומים ובכל מצרים. ויחזק אדוני את לב פרעה, ולא שמע עליהם, כאשר דיבר אדוני אל משה.
That part it has probably said about 3 times, right? Vayesek Yahweh et le Pharaoh. Yahweh hardened the heart of Pharaoh. Velo shama alechem, he did not listen to them as the word Yahweh had spoken to Moshe. Okay, so verse good. Okay. So verse 13. And Yahweh said to Moshe, rise early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh and say to him, thus said Yahweh Elohim of the Hebrews, let my people go so that they serve me. For at this time I am sending all my plagues unto your heart, and on your servants and on your people, so that you know that there is no one like me in all the earth. Now, if I had stretched out my hand and struck you and your people with pestilence, then you would have been cut off from the earth. So let's hear 13 through 15.
ויאמר אדוני אל משה, השכם בבוקר, והתייצב לפני פרעה, ואמרת אליו, כה אמר אדוני אלוהי העברים, שלח את עמי ויעבדוני, כי בפעם הזאת אני שולח את כל מגפותי אל ליבך, ובעבדיך ובעמך, בעבור תדע כי אין כמוני בכל הארץ. כי עתה שלחתי את ידי, ואך אותך ואת עמך בדבר, ותכחד מן הארץ.
Okay. So in verse 16, and for this reason I have raised you up in order to show you my power and in order to declare my name in all the earth. You still exalt yourself against my people in that you do not let them go. See, tomorrow about this time I am causing very heavy hail to rain down, such as has not been seen in Mitzrayim from the day of its founding until now. So 16 through 18 in the Hebrew.
ואולם בעבור זאת העמדתיך, בעבור הראותך את כוחי, ולמען ספר שמי בכל הארץ. עודך מסתולל בעמי לבלתי שלחם. הנני ממטיר כעת מחר ברד כבד מאוד, אשר לא היה חמוהו במצרים, למן היום היווסדה ועד עתה.
Okay. Verse 19. And now send, bring your livestock to safety, and all that you have in the field, for the hail shall come down on every man and every beast which is found in the field, and is not brought home, and they shall die. Those among the servants of Pharaoh who feared the word of Yahweh made their servants and livestock flee to the houses. But those who did not set their heart on the word of Yahweh left their servants and livestock in the field. So the ones who had faith, who saw that Yahweh was working in his wonders, they put everyone inside to keep them safe from the hail. And those who did not basically left them out to die. So earlier we read about the animals dying, right, in the plague. And so now there are animals again. So the explanation is that the verse that we read earlier, it was referring to the livestock in the field. It said specifically that it was going to plague the livestock that was in the field. And so it could be that only the animals that were in the field, that were outside in the field, died. It could also be that they replaced their animals that died by bringing them from another nearby place. So that could be one explanation. Let's go ahead and hear the Hebrew.
ועתה שלח העז את מקנך, ואת כל אשר לך בשדה, כל האדם והבהמה אשר יימצא בשדה, ולא יאסף הביתה, וירד עליהם הברד, ומתו. הירא את דבר אדוני מעבדי פרעה, הניס את עבדיו ואת מקנהו אל הבתים, ואשר לא שם ליבו אל דבר אדוני, ויעזוב את עבדיו ואת מקנהו בשדה.
Okay. And verse 22. Then Yahweh said to Moshe, stretch your hand toward the heavens, and let there be hail in all the land of Mitzrayim, on man and on beast and on every plant of the field throughout the land of Mitzrayim. He stretched out his rod toward the heavens, thunder and hail and fire came down to the earth, and Yahweh rained hail on the land of Mitzrayim. Thus there came to be hail and fire flashing continually in the midst of the hail, very heavy, such as had not been in all the land of Mitzrayim since it became a nation. So I read through to verse 24. Let's go ahead and hear the Hebrew, 22 through 24.
ויאמר אדוני אל משה, נטה את ידך על השמיים, ויהי ברד בכל ארץ מצרים, על האדם ועל הבהמה ועל כל עשב השדה בארץ מצרים. ויית משה את מטהו על השמיים, ואדוני נתן קולות וברד, ותהלך אש ארצה. וימטר אדוני ברד על ארץ מצרים. ויהי ברד ואש מתלקחת בתוך הברד, כבד מאוד, אשר לא היה חמוהו בכל ארץ מצרים, מאז הייתה לגוי.
Okay. And verse 25. And the hail smote in all the land of Mitzrayim, all that was in the field, both man and beast, and the hail smote every plant of the field, and broke every tree of the field. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, there was no hail. Pharaoh then sent and called for Moshe and for Aaron, and said to them, I have sinned this time. Yahweh is righteous, and my people and I are wrong. Wow. Okay. So let's hear that in the Hebrew through verse 27.
ויח הברד בכל ארץ מצרים, את כל אשר בשדה, מאדם ועד בהמה, ואת כל עשב השדה היכה ברד, ואת כל עץ השדה שיבר. רק בארץ גושן, אשר שם בני ישראל, לא היה ברד. וישלח פרעה ויקרא למשה ולאהרון ויאמר עליהם, חטאתי הפעם, אדוני הצדיק, ואני ועמי הרשעים.
Okay. Verse 28. So my people and I are wrong. Pray to Yahweh, for there has been enough of the thunder and hail of Elohim. And I am letting you go, so that you stay no longer. And Moshe said to him, as soon as I go out of the city, let me spread out my hands to Yahweh. Let the thunder cease and the hail be no more, so that you know that the earth belongs to Yahweh. But as for you and your servants, I know that you do not yet fear before Yahweh Elohim. Interesting. Okay, so 28 through 30. Let's hear in the Hebrew.
העתירו אל אדוני, ורב מהיות קולות אלוהים וברד, ואשלחה אתכם, ולא תוסיפון לעמוד. ויאמר אליו משה, כצאתי את העיר, אפרוס את כפיי אל אדוני, הקולות יחדלון, והברד לא יהיה עוד, למען תדע כי לאדוני הארץ. ואתה ועבדיך ידעתי כי טרם תראון מפני אדוני אלוהים.
Okay, so 31. So he told them, I know you do not fear yet before Yahweh Elohim. 31. And the flax and the barley were smitten, for the barley was in the head and the flax was in bud. But the wheat and salt were not smitten, for they were late crops. And Moshe went out from the city, from Pharaoh, and spread out his hands to Yahweh. And the thunder and the hail ceased, and the rain was not poured out, on the earth. And Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and thunder had ceased, yet he sinned again, and he hardened his heart, he and his servants. I'm just going to go ahead and add one more. The last verse, 35. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the children of Israel go, as Yahweh had said through Moshe.
I wanted to make a comment on verse 30, where it says, but as for thee and thy servants, I know, Moshe said, that ye will not yet fear Yahweh Elohim. So, it's so important to have the fear of Yahweh in our hearts, because that prevents you from sinning, that prevents you from doing wrong unto others. And if you don't have fear of Yahweh in your heart, you can do anything to anybody, because you don't fear Yahweh.
Yeah, that's true. Very important.
Just like Pharaoh.
Very important. And I also wanted to point out on verse 31, it says the flax and the barley were smitten, but not the wheat or the rye, so this kind of gives us a time marker. We kind of know that this is probably in the spring because it's an early crop, and not it says specifically that the wheat and the rye, they were late crops. So this is probably gets a little bit of a time marker so that we know when this is happening. So let's hear the Hebrew for the last verses and we'll be finished.
והתשתה והשעורה נוקתה, כי השעורה אביב, והתשתה גבעול, והחיטה והקוסמת לא נוקו, כי אפילות הנה. ויצא משה מעם פרעה את העיר, ויפרוס כפיו אל אדוני, ויחדלו הקולות והברד, ומטר לא ניתח ארצה. וירא פרעה כי חדל המטר והברד והקולות, ויוסף לחתו. ויכבד ליבו הוא ועבדיו, ויחזק לב פרעה, ולא שילח את בני ישראל, כאשר דיבר אדוני ביד משה.
Okay, that concludes the chapter. So if anybody wants to comment anything or add anything on the whole parasha or on the last two chapters that we read.
A lot of people ask themselves or to others, why was Yahweh increasing that hardened of heart to Pharaoh? And the answer is that, remember, we've been saying how he thought he was Elohim. He was a god or a master. And then Yahweh corrects him and he says, no, you are not. I am the master of the universe. I am the Elohim that created the universe. You are not nothing but a mere man. And that's what happens to men that want to exalt themselves. And that's why he says, when you exalt yourself, you will be put down. You will be humiliated. When you are humble, then you are exalted.
Anybody else want to share?
No, I think it was very good. Parashah.
Yeah.
I think it was very, very good. Thank you, Yanai. Thank you, Lilia. It was very good. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom. Let's say the blessing to close.
Baruch atah Yahweh, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan betochenu. Baruch atah Yahweh, noten haTorah. Amen.
I know it was a little bit longer than how we usually study, so just thank you for your patience.
Shalom, shalom. And
Shalom, shalom.
have a blessed Shabbat. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.